Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we have a bit of a different one for you guys here today. We are going to be taking a look at a video from Detective Warg titled Reasons Why Men Are Going Their Own Way. Now, I'm going to leave his channel pinned in the top comment, guys. Make sure to go and show him some love by subscribing to his channel for going through the agony of putting together today's video for us to cringe at. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. And guys, don't forget to leave your personal thoughts and your comments. Let's jump right in.
Here's my question. Couldn't you just go to therapy? What I'm hearing you say here is, I'm so painfully aware of my own inadequacies. I feel so bad about myself that I find it necessary to diminish the incredible capabilities of women by trying to make the argument of an equivalency where none exists.
Yeah, guys, because, you know, you obviously don't need a man to make a child. So she's responding to this guy who says, who gave life? It requires the contribution of two people of differing genders. And she obviously has an issue with that because apparently that's probably rooted in misogyny. Let's continue.
Because everyone knows that men make a minimal, pleasurable contribution. Women don't make a contribution. No, women engage in a 9-month parasitic relationship ending in a body-ripping, potentially life-ending labor. That's right, they call it labor. No one's ever called a man's orgasm labor. Couldn't you just go to therapy rather than trying to make your orgasm seem more important than it is? Get over yourself.
Yikes. It's no wonder nobody wants to date a feminist nowadays. You know what is a labor? Having to care for you while you carry that child and go to work while you can't possibly work when you're way too big and it's getting hard to waddle around. But anyways, you're much too short-sighted and angry for me to really go any further into this. Gentlemen, let's get into the video and move on from this angry feminist.
Listen, ladies, if there's one thing that I learned this past year, it is that if Drew can publicly fucking humiliate a man, just drag his ass across the coals because he doesn't respect women, then I promise you, no amount of niceness that you show is going to make your man respect you if he doesn't already. There is no number of loads of laundry you can do, no amount of picking up after him, running errands for him, taking care of his pets, or God forbid, his children, whether they're yours or not, that's going to make him respect you if he doesn't already respect you. If a public fucking execution can't make a man respect his own mother, what chance do you have? So you are better off going and finding yourself a partner who respects you from the beginning instead of one who you have to try to earn it by showing him what a good girl you are.
Yeah, guys, because of course, respect is something that is not earned. This is an absolutely disgusting attitude that I see all over the internet from a lot of these women who claim to be dating coaches or, you know, so empowered, is they think that respect is something that should just be given simply because they exist as a woman. You know, not because they do anything to deserve respect or because they're actually respectable people. A lot of these individuals think, well, because men validate me on the internet, because I've been told that I'm a queen, I deserve respect from everybody around me. And unfortunately for them, that's not how it works. So you can not be respectable, you can not put in any effort, but guess what? The men who have self-respect will never want to take you seriously.
Listen, ladies.
Yeah, here we go again. Man, the only thing sweet about this video was that donut that she's mowing down on. So gross. Anyways, yeah, when she says Drew, she's referring to Drew Offalo, the freaking overweight hyena that's pariah for young women on TikTok. How horrible. But either way, gentlemen, if you don't respect a woman, don't waste your time or their time. Don't enter a relationship with them. They'll become like this one. Anyways, let's move on to the next one.
So a lot of you guys are
woman.
scared to approach women because you think they don't want to be approached. But they only don't want to be approached by the guys they're not into.
And people wonder why we have a problem with consent in this world. A woman tells you, listen, I would really not like to be approached on the street. And you translated that very clear no into yes, I would like to be approached on the street as long as I find you attractive. And as if it wasn't bad enough that you came to that conclusion in your own head, you then went and spread that dangerous misinformation to any man that would listen.
No, he came to the conclusion that you wouldn't appreciate it if you weren't attracted to the man, which is incredibly true. If you approach a woman and she is not attracted to you, she will take it as some sort of offense from the heavens above that you even did such a thing. Like, men who are not attractive to the women that they approach get basically publicly crucified and treated like absolute garbage and made example of. The dudes who are attractive to the particular woman, let's just say a guy is attractive to the girl he approaches, even if he says something creepy or he's a little weird or not socially apt, shall we say, he's still going to be perceived positively. What the man at the beginning of the video said is true. But of course, she takes it as some sort of consent issue, which, hey, I have no problem with, okay? If men want to stop approaching women entirely, guys, which is the solution, these are the ones that these are the girls who complain at the end of the day and say, why aren't men approaching me? Why don't men talk to me? But they did it to themselves. It's what you asked for.
And you've also chosen to tell men that if she does say no, it's because she finds them ugly. And since the men that are taking advice from this guy can't handle rejection anyways, you've given them a reason to feel validated enough in their anger to not respect the word no when they hear it anyways.
It's not anger, and the men are respecting your ability to say no. It has nothing to do with being angry or not. It has to do with, okay, if a woman doesn't find you attractive, chances are she's going to perceive you negatively. Women like this, guys, they don't really have an issue. What they really have an issue with is not consent, not this stuff that she's talking about. It's men withdrawing attention. Because when men withdraw attention from girls like this, it's an issue for them. They don't like it. Even if they weren't going to take the guy seriously, they don't like when men get up and walk away, and they don't like when men withdraw their attention from them.
You're not supposed to be translating our no's into yeses and doing mental gymnastics until you get there.
He's literally, that's not what the guy in the video did at all. He didn't try and translate no into yeses at all. He simply said that if you're a different kind of guy, you know, chances are she's going to say yes. If she's attracted to you, she's going to say yes. If she's not attracted to you, she's going to say no, generally speaking.
You're supposed to listen to our boundaries and respect them, not push them until they change. And your ability to center yourself is completely unmatched because you've successfully managed to turn rejection into a way to insult you instead of a means of protecting ourselves. And I don't know if you've noticed, but you wouldn't feel so insulted by the word no if you didn't feel so entitled to the word yes. You're telling people to ignore the words of women and instead trust in the desires of men. And I hate to break it to you, but your desires take no priority over our boundaries.
Nowhere in that guy's video did he say to ignore no's or to push women's boundaries at all. This is the type of girl, this girl just takes what people says, you know, and she just twists it to whatever suits whatever it is that she's trying to say. Even though that's not what the guy said at all, she makes this video as if it has something to do with consent when it really doesn't. The guy was simply saying, if you're attractive to the woman, she's going to perceive you differently to if she perceives you as ugly. Which is incredibly true, by the way. But guys, women like this, they have an issue because what it really comes down to is men withdrawing their attention from women, and girls who are entitled like this do not like that.
So a lot of you guys...
That's right, you know, but he's not telling you or these people that he's speaking to, Kaylee, to go over women's boundaries. Most men, when they hear the word no, they stop and they accept the rejection as hard as it is and move on. And
most men, I'll agree with Warg here, and I'll take it another step, which is most men don't even go to the word no. Like, most guys will reject themselves because they don't want to push too far, because they don't want to insult women, because most guys are conditioned to respect women no matter what, that most guys don't even push for a no in the first place because they're aiming to be that quote-unquote respectful of women.
try again. Man, if men did not approach women nowadays, which, I mean, it hardly does happen because of online dating, there'd be no courtship, there'd be no dating whatsoever, and it's really no surprise when women like this say stuff like that. Yikes, man, she missed the point. Let's get to the final video.
Guys, I'd also say that not only did she miss the point, she just intentionally misunderstood it. Like, that's what she did. She twisted the words deliberately to suit what it is that she was trying to say.
Me to stop playing.
Hello? Did you hear what he just said? He's not going to beg you to act right because he's got options, which probably also means he's not going to act right even if you beg him. And what you're not going to do is beg some man to act right. He would act right for you if he wanted to. He might have options, but so do you. What he won't do, the next man will. And if he ain't going to act right, he's not the man for you.
Why would I beg?
Yeah, tell them, sister. Oh my god. Wow. If these women took the anger that they feel towards men and healed from it, trying to create the equality that feminism actually aims for instead of tearing down men, maybe we'd all be in a better spot today. In the modern age, feminism means strong women and meek, weak men, and we will not stand.
And guess what, guys? Strong, independent women don't need the attention from men. Am I right? Or I guess not, because all of them just end up complaining on TikTok about it. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Make sure that you go and subscribe to Detective Warg for going through the agony of putting together today's video. Make sure to leave your thoughts and your comments. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves. And I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.